This podcast is sponsored by IQ Optimize your body and mind with IQ clean, functional products. Have you ever said to yourself, I don't even have time to eat? Girl, you need to throw an IQ plant protein bar in your purse. Yes, we know you're busy. We all are. We're women. But it's beyond time to stop sacrificing your nutrition, your wellness, and your peace of mind. Try IQ IQ bars are packed with 12 grams of protein, brain nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane, and zero weird stuff. Or try our delicious IQ Bar sampler pack with 9 plant protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 mushroom coffee sticks. So clean, so delicious. You don't even have to think about it. Go to IQbar.com today and enter promo code BRAINIQ to get an exclusive offer just for our listeners. 20% off all IQ Bar products, plus free shipping. That's IQBAR.com, promo code BRAINIQ. IQbar.com, code BRAINIQ.
So tired of being lonely.
I've just got some love to give.
I'm sorry I brought up
Everybody's
how Roy Orbison and Paul Bearer were the same person.
To lean on.
We're not going to let you ruin the Traveling Wilburys
It's
for
terrible.
us, Jason. They are not terrible.
They are not.
They are not.
Objectively, that is not true. You got a Beatle, you got Bob,
Well,
you got a Beatle
but-
and Bob Dylan.
But
It would
music's
stop
not
there.
objective. Music's subjective, and I think they're shit.
I think you have some sort of
Taste?
disorder where if anything is popular,
Were they popular?
Yes.
They were massive.
I don't know if they were popular. I
Greatest
just didn't like
supergroup
them.
of all time.
What?
Greatest supergroup of all time.
All right.
It's true.
It's
Wait, I bet you there is a song that you like though. You like Tweeter and the Monkey Man.
It's when the headstones do it, yeah.
Yeah, but still, they wrote it.
That's fine. I'm not saying people can't write
At the
good
end
songs.
of the line, you like that
No, I
song.
don't like that
You
song.
love the
No,
end
I
of the
do not
line.
like that
You
song.
love
That
the
is
end
one of
the
my
line.
most hated songs. I'm sorry I brought it up.
Hogwash. 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 Hogwash.
Welcome to Hogwash. I'm Chris Biggs.
I am Jason Barr.
I'm Jamie.
I'm Lou.
This week, I think we're going to try to focus on coaches as the hockey
we
playoffs
can,
and the
sure.
basketball playoffs are going on, and just coaches in general. Doesn't even have to be a sports coach. Just some good coaching, how mentorship and stuff like that is
Sure.
is important.
The best coach crew I had were these like young guys.
Sure.
They were young. They were old to us. They were 25.
Okay.
And they had grown up in a small town. They had been local heroes.
Right.
They had won the All-Ontario Championship. They had gone on to the huge, big hockey tournament and won, and they got these cool leather jackets.
And then
So-
they wanted to give back. That's
and they
nice.
wanted to give back, but they were like tougher than $2 steaks, these guys, and they were beauties, but they also like to have a little bit too much fun. So
Yeah,
like
it'll happen.
some parents weren't too keen when like the one guy had to pee during the game because he was a little drunk. The coach.
He was
So
drunk
just-
at the game?
Yeah, so he just peed on the bench.
Ah, yeah.
So like,
That'll get the parents going.
especially when the bench was in front of like the bleachers and stuff
Did
like
he pee
that.
in the garbage can at least?
No, just in the corner of the bench kind
Really?
of thing. Yeah, the Nobleton.
Why didn't
Arena.
Why didn't he just go to the bathroom?
I don't know. That was a turning point in the season, though, because the captain locked him out of the dressing room after the game, wouldn't let him in. He's like, "We're not dealing with this guy today." And our captain pushed him to the ground. He had a bit too much to drink.
Yeah,
as
I
you can
guess.
imagine.
It's
But
bad.
they were amazing, and I don't know why. They got to us. Maybe because we wanted to be like them. You know what I mean? That probably helped.
'Cause they
The
were younger?
reputation- and the reputation they had in the town.
Yeah.
Oh, like they would scrap.
They sound like terrible coaches. if
Yeah,
you
they
want me
sound
to
like
be
They were
awful
honest.
amazing.
coaches.
They got
No.
the best out of the players. They had the best. They knew their X's and O's.
Sounds like a bit of a
Boys,
chaotic
just
room.
Fucking go, boys, please.
Yeah, you can't just say that
Don't
anymore.
be pussies.
Yeah, you can't say that. That's a 5-game suspension.
Are you throwing up before the game?
That's
And then like
another
stuff
5
like that.
games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like to your own players though, like in the
Yeah,
dressing room.
Doesn't
Still
matter.
can't say
If
that
if
anymore.
If it was overheard,
Yeah.
you're 5 games.
Yeah, they've taken all
You have to be
edge out of coaching.
Oh yeah.
You have to be creative with your insults. Like a lot of kids nowadays are just calling other kids Muppets, right? Because Muppet, like what's a Muppet? You can't really.
Sure.
But someone got a penalty for it last year, calling somebody a Muppet.
It's
A Muppet?
crazy
Yeah,
at
well, I'm
times.
like, what's a Muppet?
Who are you offending? What are you offending? Like Kermit? Who's being offended
Yeah, I don't
by
know.
calling somebody
family
a
of
Muppet?
Jim Henson.
Yeah, you Jim Henson character.
Yeah.
You'd have the yellers, the guys that yell. I mean, again,
Sure.
all this has been taken out of sports, so I'm not sure how much variety there is in coaching, at least at a minor league level.
Sure.
Grown men still get yelled at by their coaches. Like pro coaches are still yelling.
Like, Jason's the most recent. Like, even when I was coaching minor hockey, you could still like yell and say stuff. But I
you can
imagine a
yell.
lot of
You
it is
still
like
yell and
teaching
stuff.
now. I imagine it's more
you-
about teaching.
You try
than,
and teach, but you yell sometimes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, especially kids need to be yelled at.
Yeah.
Their focus is limited. Right?
There was a coach. He wasn't my coach. He coached another team in the league I coached in, and one time he had a laryngitis or whatever, and he couldn't yell at the kids. So he brought a drumstick to the bench, and he would just tap them on the head with it, and then it continued. He stayed with it after his throat got better. He would that's how he
That was
chose
his
his lines to
motivation?
get out. He was just bang, 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 and those 3 kids would go out.
That sounds fun.
It's hilarious.
No, he was a dick.
I like it. Lou, you got any coaching insight?
I got some great coaching insight. I only got one goal in my whole junior hockey career. I didn't play for that long.
You played junior hockey?
No, it wasn't like junior. Like
Oh,
it was
minor hockey.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was in junior kindergarten.
Oh, I was just saying, I didn't think you played hockey.
No, and then but there was like I got one goal in that whole time, and I remember skating back up to the bench. But there was there were so many kids by the net that when I skated back up to the bench, the coach said with so much surprise, I remember his face. Lewis, did you score that goal?
And you'll never forget.
And that's it, eh?
He was like,
He was so
in
surprised.
shock.
It is
Yeah.
amazing what you remember. I had a soccer coach, and I remember his name. His name was Ed Joseph. Good guy. But one time at practice, his son shat his shorts, and Ed was so disappointed
In his
and
own
was
son.
as his own son, and was yelling at him to go to the car. And all I remember is this poor kid walking towards the car as the sun was setting. I could still see his silhouette, but it
Wow.
was so bad.
Summer wind.
Yeah.
Came blowing
Poor
in
Ed Joseph and his
from
kid. I forget his
across
kid's
the
name.
I remember it's one of the weirdest or sort of odd coaching memories. I don't remember the coach's name, but he was we had him for like 2 years when I played baseball. And he was this tall, lanky, chain smoking guy, long blonde hair, and he had this really husky kind of wife. And they were yelling at each other one day, sort of behind the stands. And then he came up and he's like, "You guys will learn." And we were like, "What are you talking about? Like, learning what?" And he's like, sometimes kissing ain't cheating or something like that. Yeah, and we were like, "What are you talking about, dude?" Like
Wow.
we're 14 years old, spitting seeds out of our mouth at the end of the bench. Like, what is coach going on about? I never kissing ain't cheating always. I'm like, okay, coach, who's starting? Like, what's the lineup? We don't need to know your personal. He was a beaut, that guy. Great. He was really good to us. Like, I'm not going to say he wasn't,
Sure.
but he was.
But that's amazing.
Like, his pants were too short. I know
Always?
No, I never saw him not wearing our uniform.
Okay, the baseball uniform.
Never once, because he would just show up. He didn't come to like the dinners after. He didn't do any of
really?
that.
Because he
No,
didn't have a
was-
kid on the team.
Yeah, he didn't have a kid on the team.
okay.
No, he's just a coach. And he'd be in his car smoking in the parking lot or whatever, drinking. And knew baseball pretty well. He was, like I said, good to us, fair to us, always kind. But he'd always walk up and he had like baseball shoes. He always wore cleats. And he had black socks. And then, because our uniform was black pants, red and white jersey, right? Top. So his socks there was always an inch between the top of his sock
and his
and the
pants?
bottom of his pants.
How uncomfortable.
Like, not
That'd make
because
me so mad.
his baseball pants had the elastic
Yeah.
bottom on them, right?
The stirrup.
No.
Is that what stirrups are?
No,
Oh,
stirrups-
the bottom. Sorry. I
No,
thought you meant.
stirrups are separate.
I thought you meant-
pull those
okay.
up first. No, he didn't wear baseball socks. He wore
Okay.
like dress socks with baseball cleats and then his baseball pants went like halfway down his calf. So there's always like 2 inches, and he just looked like he was wearing a child's pants. Like he was a really tall guy. He was a really tall, thin guy. And we're always like, Coach, can you just get longer socks or longer pants? Like, what do I fucking care about pants? And I'm like, all right.
Kissing
Well,
ain't
my
cheating.
wife's kissing my friends, so I don't have any at the time. But he was a beaut, that guy. You don't get that. I mean, I feel bad for, like, I know some coaching obviously went too far and
Sure.
yelling at
Of
kids
course.
and being
Sure.
crazy, but like the characters that you used to like, you don't get exposed to these characters anymore. Like these,
I still
These
hear stories about my
people.
father-in-law coaching my wife's soccer teams and stuff.
I bet.
And so all her friends, they love him because they won and stuff with him, but he
Yeah.
was... Everyone knew, don't mess with him. He would scream. So they think it's really soft when kids get it, or when coaches get in trouble for stuff, because
Oh, yeah.
Tony was swearing at these 12-year-old girls up and down the field for effort and stuff.
I would
and
never swear at the players.
I bet.
But as a kid, you love it though. Like I remember
was
every
hilarious,
coach or
yeah.
adult that swore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
First off, you didn't mess with them, and you were entertained and thought it was cool. Yeah.
and you and your buddies die laughing the second they left.
yeah.
You know, like football coach, Mr. Risdale, all through high school. He was this guy, he sounded like that. Oh, jogging at this level. Like, guys, you gotta get out of the field, fucking kill him. Oh, honestly, it was never.
That's crazy.
It was nuts, man. It was. He's the one that he hit me harder than any human being's ever
That's
hit me
right,
in my
when there
life.
was the brawl, right?
Yeah, there was a fight on the field, and I was it was offense was on the field. I was a defensive player. The offense was on the field, and then everyone started rushing onto the field when the fight breaks out. So I started running, and he hit me blind from the side, like just crushed me from the side. And he was just standing there, like, stay on the ground, Biggs, and he just ran off and tried to grab other players. It was. He hit me so hard. I've never been hit that hard by
Probably
an old man.
waited from the first day he stepped on a field coaching to do that. After playing his whole life, and now he's a coach.
Well,
he probably just wanted to hit a
used to do the
child.
he used to do the hit drills, and he would hold the pad, like the one-arm pad,
Yeah.
and he would crush guys that way. But it's still a pad.
Yeah.
But no, he just put his shoulder right into my shoulder and just laid me out, man.
Football coaches were very separate. They're a different breed because they got to be stubborn. They got to be this. They were always
Maniacs.
seemed to be that kind of
Yeah.
mentality and intensity.
Kill
like
everybody.
Mr. Matwijek was like a same kind of guy.
Yeah.
He always quit your bitching.
Yeah.
And then he was a really good guy, but he whipped his hat on the ground after a bad play one time. And the wind took it and blew it over a fence. And so it was it's a fence, but he had to walk all the way to the other end of the field to go around. So he's seen his hat is now over the fence, and he looks around and he points at the special needs guy we had on the team.
Oh, no.
The equipment
Mike.
helping guy.
No,
was always,
he wore the gear.
Oh,
he
really,
sat
eh?
on the stand, like he got in for like a kickoff once.
Okay.
And he just went, Mike, get my hat, please. And so we were like, man, you could have just asked the guy who could hop the fence or
Yeah.
something like that. And so Mike walked all the way
no.
around, and we're like, come
No.
on, man. He didn't mean anything anyway.
No, he just treated him like his first guy he saw, so
Yeah.
he just go get my hat.
My favorite coach of all time was a football coach, and this was grades 6, 7, and 8 in Kingston. It's called the OPP Football League. They sponsored it.
Yeah, you know me.
And Coach Joe Pacheco, and he was so awesome at practices. He would have a name for all of the landmarks that we had to run to for like all this painful running with our equipment, and one was the Tree of Woe. Which is from Conan the Barbarian. I think is where he got that. The Tree of Woe. And then the back of Pizza was the Brick House of Pain. We had to touch the back of the...
The House of Pain.
So he'd be like, Brick House of Pain, Tree of Woe, Brick House of Pain, Tree of Woe. And you're keeping a track in your head. And then Funky Fence of Fun. That was the furthest one, the Funky Fence of Fun.
Why did he make everything so much more complicated than it had to be?
Maybe
So-
to distract them from the running pain.
Crazy,
maybe.
but he was so good. And then on game days, which were Saturday morning, we'd take a knee before the game, and there was no religious affiliation to the league. But there was some Bible quotes.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
And we all take a knee and we're all like 11 years old. He goes, though I walk through the valley of pain and death, I shall fear no evil.
Yeah. Like, oh, okay,
wow.
hey.
And then he'd say, it's Christmas today. Did you know it was Christmas? It's Christmas this morning. And it's better to give than to get.
It was July. Like,
Yeah.
it must have been very confusing.
Oh, man, the best. Coach Joe.
I had a coach and I played U19 soccer, and this guy, I think, God love him, he just signed up to be a coach so guys could keep playing.
Sure, because you're driving at that point.
So we would have one practice a week where maybe 3 guys would show up to. And then on the games, they would be Sunday mornings. And this coach, his name was Avtar Ganguly, great guy. Him and his hungover black lab would slowly saunter over the field. Usually a bright, sunny, sunshiny Sunday morning in the summertime. And he had his glasses on. And we're like, Av, you okay? Not good today, guys. Not good today. And the dog is just laying there drunk because he used to have these parties. He was a young guy. He used to have parties on Saturday night, and everybody would feed his dog beer, and the dog loved beer, which I guess is abuse. But we didn't know at the time. He was a great dog, very chill. And he would just literally sit on the bench the whole game until maybe the last 10 minutes when his stomach had finally settled down where he could stand up and he didn't think he was going to puke.
He blessed that guy.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Bless him.
Like, just so they
Characters.
and so people could keep playing.
Yeah.
Characters, man.
Yeah.
I also
You know?
think when you show up to anything commitment hungover, it says a lot about your character.
Sure, yeah. He didn't have to come. He could have just said, you guys do it. But no, he managed to pull himself out of bed. He had a mullet, too.
My wife would say that it would say more about your character if you didn't drink the night before, if you had something to do in the morning. But I think showing up hungover,
Oh, because it's awful.
yeah, it's so commendable that you did it.
Like, he didn't have
Yeah.
kids there.
Yeah.
He did like
No, he didn't have to
need
show up
get
at
up at all. He could have stayed in his nice bed.
Very fortunate. I never liked coaches who kids are on the team. Never. I mean, some of them did their real best to try and be impartial and da 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 da.
But it's tough for them, for most guys.
It's hard.
It
Yeah,
is
for
tough.
sure.
But at least try to make it not obvious. Like
Or just
the one
be
kid's
honest.
coach, he was first line, power play, everything.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
not even close to the best kid on the team. Like, not even close. Like, it was like so obvious, and all the parents were like, "This is a joke. Is this a joke?"
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
too
Like
obvious.
be honest about your kids' abilities and where they sit on the team, then it's fine. Like we did have young baseball. There was one coach, it was like 3 seasons. He was our coach, and his son was on the team. But it was
He knew his place.
yeah, he was one of the better kids, but he wasn't the best kid. So he
That's fine.
he
Know
put,
your
put
role.
him in the right spot.
I was lucky because my
Yeah.
kids were both goalies.
Perfect.
And so they just rotated
Yeah.
them game between game, and nobody
Yeah.
ever had any fights about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's an easy way to
Yeah,
do
they're
it,
both on
yeah.
the same team.
Do we want to fold gym teachers into the coach
Oh, gym
discussion?
teachers.
Because are they the same type?
Well,
of
they're coaches.
They
We
would
call
bleed
them coach.
over. Most of the high school coaches were gym teachers.
Yeah,
so
for
they
sure.
kind of, but like a gym teacher, like they much rather coach.
Yeah.
Like you could tell they just were itching to get out there
They're
onto
just-
the
they're
field
just
and coach
jocks.
a practice, then watch some kid who couldn't throw try to play dodgeball. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then girls rather just stand in the corner and talk, and he's just probably like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
get me on the gridiron. Like, you know what I mean? That's all he wanted.
That was my gym teacher, Mr. Thompson. He was a grizzled old man. He'd had like 7 heart attacks. And he would get so pissed off at the people who couldn't do anything in gym class, he would literally just go, oh, fuck. And he'd go and walk into his office, and he would smoke in his
Yeah,
office.
different
And when we would go into the locker room afterwards, it was the whole thing just stank like cigarettes. And it wasn't a kid. It was Mr. Thompson. He's dead.
I don't like that they folded them in because now like a lot of the phys ed teachers in school are like science people and like they have to do multiple things and
Kinesiology.
yeah,
and
they're just
muscles and
really
stuff.
smart athletes who do. Well, I liked when they were just the jocks, the dumb jock coaches who were just like you said, grizzled old dudes or just
Like, I just
jocks, like dummies.
Picture a gym teacher, no matter time of year, a hoodie, shorts, and a lanyard hanging out of the pocket.
That was Mr. Thompson.
Yeah, that's a gym
That's it.
teacher.
Yeah.
They had their own little
Golf
sick
shirt.
office.
Someone with a golf shirt
golf
tucked
if they were
in
fancy.
to the shorts that were too short.
It's too short. And if we had to go outside, he had one of those little thin little K-way jackets. He would put on.
Yeah, they were all the same.
And you could hear it in the wind when you're outside.
A whistle or either a lanyard or a whistle hanging.
And they portray them perfectly in TV too, because it's the easiest character to like copy, because like you said, all of them were the same.
It's crazy.
amazing.
All just different shades of the same person.
Yeah.
Like we had Mr. Yusufovich, Mr. Kent, Mr. Palmer, Mr. Russell. Those were like our 4 gym teachers in high school, and they were literally different shades of the same human.
Just
all
a
had
little
limp,
different age.
all had a limp of some sort. Mr. Russell was the youngest, so he was like the least
Limpy.
Yeah, limpy and like still kind of in shape, and he would run he'd do a lot of track stuff and whatever. But the other 3 guys were just old angry men, different levels, all had bad hair, like nicotine stains on their fingers, bad misfit clothes,
Drinker's
limps.
nose.
Yeah, drinker's nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was some drinker nose gym
bulbous nose.
teachers.
But
We had Mr. Milligan, and he was just a guy. He was kind of a hard ass, like probably too hard ass for an elementary school teacher, because he would teach whatever homeroom, but he was also like the main jock gym guy. And obviously he pissed a couple kids off, and then the rumor started that Milligan was a molester.
Oh,
and so
no.
people started calling him Molester Milligan.
That's terrible.
And so I picture him, like, imagine him going home to his wife and family, like, how is work? Well, the kids are calling me a molester.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking
awful.
terrible.
It's frustrating.
especially if he wasn't.
Right? Yeah. Especially if he was.
Yeah.
Now, he did gain some respect one time, because a guy came on during lunch hour on a dirt bike onto the school property while everyone was out there. And he ran on foot, and he jumped the entire sand pit chasing this guy. And everyone was like, look at Molester go. Like, he was still being referred, but he, like, literally, he had time. We had
look
time.
at Molester go.
Like, just awful.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that not terrible?
That is terrible, yeah.
That's not.
Awful.
Why'd you hate teaching? Well,
I can't.
I wasn't a molester, and they called me one.
Now, do you think he wouldn't have been if his last name didn't start with an M? Do you think it was just because it was fun to say?
It had to be an alliteration for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny how gym teachers they get roped into also having to teach about sex.
Yeah.
And I remember our gym teacher, Mr. O'Brien, doing it and telling us, the class, that condoms are not 100% effective.
Sure.
They're not. They're 99. Read it. And then he said, so this is why some men choose to wear 2 condoms. And my buddy Brad from the back of the class said, hell, why not triple it?
He yelled at see a line that you'll forever
Great
remember.
laugh. Yeah. I was still remember.
Hell, why not?
But then Mr. O'Brien explained, well, you lose some sensitivity.
Why do they make those poor men teach those?
Oh.
They should at least bring in some sort of counselor specialist to
Something.
teach the sex ed stuff to the kids. 'Cause
And they
that's
didn't want to do it.
So awkward. No, of course not.
And so, yeah, Mr. Mallory, and they would hand out the little finger ones you can get. Like,
Oh, the
you
finger
put
cots. Yes.
Yeah, he put them over. So they gave that as an example. And he stood up and he goes, "Hey, Peter." And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Where'd I find this?" And he holds it up, and everyone's like, "Oh, Peter!" And he's laughing.
Oh, millimeter Peter.
And then Peter yells back and goes, "Your wife?" And everyone, and he was like, went crazy, went crazy. And he was like, "That was a good one."
Yeah,
And the teacher
yeah.
loved it. He
Man, that
loved
is
it.
a high. I am buzzing.
He loved
from that.
it.
That
That would have been an
epic.
epic moment. But if,
Oh, yeah.
if anyone else had witnessed it, the teacher would have been suspended.
Oh, for
kicked.
sure,
yeah.
Like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like, we can't. There's no fun anymore.
No.
Honestly. No character developing. But yeah.
There's a big push to bring back bullying too. Like
I don't know if there's a real big push to
on
it.
the internet at least.
No, people just say it's the world's too soft because we don't allow bullying
Bullying
anymore.
anymore.
But it depends on the. Like, and this is going to sound. There's some people immediately who are going to
I
get
can't
there.
wait.
No. There are different types of bullying.
Sure.
There is bullying between friends.
Yes, physical and emotional abuse.
Every male friend group.
Sure, that's fine.
I
does.
think that's ball busting. I wouldn't call that
But-
a bullying.
But people call it bullying.
So it's on the spectrum, the bullying spectrum. Okay.
Sure. There's that. Then there's silent bullying, where like you and your buddy make fun of somebody else, not to that they hear you, just so you get a giggle. You're basically trying to make your friend laugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone does that.
Acceptable.
I think that's totally acceptable too, right? Then there's reasonable public bullying, which to me means not picking on anything that is sort of
that they can't change.
that they can't change. Race, sexual preference,
Yeah.
height,
Being super ugly.
Yeah, looks, developmental issues.
Yeah,
none of that is acceptable.
So there goes all 90s bullying. Okay.
Yeah.
Not all of it. No. But
Okay.
if some guy walks in with a ridiculous haircut
Yeah, that's
Sure.
fine.
or a horrendous shirt or
Yeah, if
jacket or
if he
clothes,
like goes out in public wearing the brightest red shirt ever.
we need to be able to address this.
Like a red shirt over here.
I think it should be.
Also, whether it's a friend or not, if it's ridiculous, if they're putting themselves out there to be ridiculous, you want to be able to call them out on it.
Sure.
I wouldn't. Perhaps just not. I will call my friends on everything. Like
Yeah.
I will even things that aren't things. That's how
But not
friends
people
are.
you don't know. You can't
I'm
just be in a
not that guy.
restaurant and some guy
No.
walks in and you just start yelling at him. That's rude.
I'm not gonna walk out into the bullpen here at work, where all the normies are, and just pick somebody out I don't know and start making fun of their shirt
In the
Like,
shared workspace.
Yeah, like I would
which
never.
everyone loves.
No.
I would never do that ever in a million
So
years.
is that,
would I do that?
is that your fourth tier of bullying?
I think. Well, I mean, just
Because
being
there's
a
some
piece.
bad bullying.
Sure.
I don't know how interesting the
Take that
story is. Maybe it was one of Coach Joe's assistant coaches, and he was doing fumble recovery, and because he's really mad about how we were
Dropping the ball.
lack of recovering.
Oh, okay.
Fumbles.
They
Couldn't
don't
the
drop
ball.
in the first place. You know,
Yeah. And so we're on a circle and he's in the middle and he had footballs and he's throwing them down at the ground super hard. And the point of the exercise was to show you how unpredictable the bounce is.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
And he kept yelling, "It's a funny ball! It's a funny ball!" He throws it. You think it's gonna? You don't know which way it's gonna go.
Yeah, but how can you train if it's going to go a different way every
reaction
time?
Just about jumping on it like a grenade, like just
Being ready.
yeah.
but then-
I'm being ready. Yeah.
Being ready, you can't be ready if you don't know which way it's going to
Well,
go.
you can't.
just
You
have
can
to
train.
react
Just
to it.
understand that it could go anywhere. I
Train
think.
your reaction.
Yeah.
Ready
Like you could
position.
Yeah.
go to the farm and chase
a
chickens
funny
around
ball.
and stuff.
I get it. Say,
It's a funny ball.
yeah. Oh man.
I always felt bad for the coaches who had zero respect of the team. Like we used to have a guy who was like, "Guys, we're up a couple goals." First of all, you call it a power kill instead of a
Really?
penalty kill.
That's
So he's
probably
like, "We got to
part of
work
his
on our power kill." So then he would only put 4 guys out onto the ice. So not only now you're embarrassing the other team. So some guy
What do
would
you mean?
just
In
go,
a game, he would do that when there was no.
Yes, it'd be even strength. We would not have a penalty.
Oh.
And he'd say, "We got to work on our power kill. Where I'm only putting 4 guys out there." So finally someone would go, "Yeah, I remember one guy, he just went, fuck off, Dino." And his Dino, and he jumped the bench and he was losing his mind. Like, "Get off the ice! Get off the ice!" And then like you're making the other team look like a bag of shit. Like imagine
Yeah,
how
terrible.
mad the other coach would be. That
You
you're
do
only
that when
putting,
you have like a healthy lead? Is that what was
yeah,
happening?
like a 2-goal lead.
Yeah,
He'd be
yeah.
like, "Oh, we're not going to lose this
Wow.
game. Only putting 4 guys out there." Yeah.
That is arrogant and irresponsible.
Yeah, he was he didn't really know much, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
Good power kill, though.
Yeah, great power kill.
We're bad coaching. I might just be biased because I was punished, but so my high school football. So when I switched schools, the school I switched to for my last year of high school didn't have a football team. So players from that school would go play for another school. So that school basically had 2 schools worth of football players on. So they were unreal. Like we would just dominate. We won every game, like every game by
You had
whatever.
the most and the best, right?
Yeah, because it's 2 schools worth of kids. You're obviously gonna have the best of the best, right? So then we went to we went all the way to the final, and it was just there was a coaching decision that was so horrendous for the entire game that we were all screaming. I've never seen a whole team like screaming at a coach, "Stop doing this! We're losing a team we beat by 50 points." In the regular season, we're losing to them in the final. And like, how do you, the stubbornness of some of these guys, like, no, we're doing this play and we're like, we're getting killed there's nothing we can do. We're like, please call a different play. And he just refused to do it. And we lost the championship. And I've never been more upset at an adult as a kid. And it's not one player's like, you should have started me or whatever. We should have run every setup. It was insane. I've never been more frustrated with an adult as a child.
Tell me if this is a good coach or a bad coach.
Okay.
I was coaching my kids, and we used to do this. In our division, there were like 4 or 5 teams, depending on the age group. And we do a draft of all the available kids. Is a fair way to do it, right? So this guy, Mike, we're sitting at the draft, and his kid was on the team. His kid wasn't great. So he picks the very worst player that tried out for his first pick. And we're like, are you sure you want to do that, Mike? Like, is this, what are you doing? He goes, yeah, I got to have somebody on a team that's worse than my fucking kid.
That's great.
Good coach.
Good coach.
Oh, he was a terrible coach. It wouldn't have mattered. He could have coached Connor McDavid and his team would have sucked.
Billy doesn't seem that bad now, does he?
Yeah.
Where would we be without our coaches?
Thanks for listening to us. Appreciate it. If you're a coach, do a good job. And go listen to our regular show, The Biggs and Bar Show. We put 5 out a week. We'll see you next week on Hogwash. Bye.
Bye.
Hogwash. Hogwash.